Zaz here. We're going to do a modern cube draft. The last one we did was another run at a Kiki-Jiki combo deck that we got really lucky in the draft with the Kiki-Jiki and two of the three combo pieces, Pestermite and Conscripts, but we went 1 and 2. Some folks in the comments pointed out that some play errors or that I hadn't noticed, or at least maybe suboptimal play lines, and definitely appreciate those in the comments. You know, helps me improve as a player. So if you see that, feel free to write in. Well, it looks like we're having a bit of a wait here, so I'm just going to pause this. All right, looks like it started. So what do we have here? There's a Kithian for aggro. Carotid is a really good ramp, but Goblin Guide is possibly the best red creature. And you know, mono red I think is a good archetype to go in early and go hard. And a card like Goblin Guide or Koth of the Hammer or Hellrider are the cards that make me want to do that. Whereas Nissa and Carotid are easily, you know, like later picks. Goblin Guide I've seen as late as like 13th or 14th, but so it's, you know, it's not. It certainly can go late, but if you're playing mono red, you sort of want a lot of cards that no one else wants. I'm going to take it. It is sort of the kind of card that's not good in any other deck but mono red, so it's not as flexible as something like Sylvan Caryatid. So there's no amazing red follow-up except maybe Collective Defiance. I could hedge here and go for something like the Garuk or Rashimi. You know, I can say like, screw it, I'm red, and then take the Collective Defiance. The Gilded Lotus would be a really good, you know, pick to keep you open. I'll take the Defiance, though. I like seeing the Kargan Dragon Lord. It's another one of the best cards. However, I find the swords... I want to spend a pick on the sword because in game 2 and 3, they're so swingy in your direction if you are able to draw them in the right matchup. And I think Dragon Lord is the kind of card that no one else would really take if there wasn't another mono red drafter. Okay, here I feel rewarded for the Goblin. There's the Goblin Rabble Master. That's another great pick for this kind of deck. And the last time I played mono red, Earthquake was actually surprisingly useful, even though it kills all my own creatures. I'll take the Rabble Master. So I like what I've got so far. I am hoping that the Dragon Lord will wheel, but I know for that there's no way this wheels, and there's maybe like a 50% chance that the other one wheels. Okay, here's another sword, and then there's the Stormblood Berserker. It's also an okay second drop. For the same reason, I'm going to take the sword. I also like the Jinx Choker a lot, and I think if this doesn't wheel, I'll take the Choker. The Choker is actually good enough. Maybe I should just take it. It's really nice. Thing is, I think it'll wheel too, so I'll take the sword. I'm definitely gambling that the red cards will kind of come. Okay, here. You know, man, I've found this is a good card. I've played and lost to it several times now. Yeah, I'll take it. Yeah, they're just coming into play, bam, and hitting 3. That was really nice. The twice I've had it played against me was against more of a white weenie deck. Actually, and it's kind of nice with the Rabble Master, actually. Generally, a player has either a creature or a planeswalker that's relevant. Generally, control decks have planeswalkers as some of their most powerful cards. Wouldn't mind a card like Stormcrook Noble or Lightning Bolt, something like that. I much prefer it when the burn is 1 or 2 mana than this kind of thing. And this is just okay. Like the There's a card that's for 3 like hybrid mana. You know, red. Okay. Good. This is good. There's a Cone of Flames is not very good, but Stoke the Flames is great with Rabble Master, and so is Burst Lightning. Stoke the Flames works really well with Rabble Master, but I'm going to take the Burst Lightning. Really important to have that, be able to kill those like 1-drop elves. And it's a strict upgrade over Shock. If you play it with Kicker, 5 mana for 4 is not fantastic, but it certainly helps get there. Okay, good. This is a very replaceable creature, but that's what mono red is made of, is these kind of replaceable creatures. Overwhelming Stampede this late is a really good sign. This is actually would be everyone's seen it except me, and no one's taken it. So it's a great sign for the green player. And Mole Drifter is great for blue. This Sauron, I feel like he's overpriced by 1 mana. Like he should be 3. Anyway, let's take the Chainwalker. Okay, great. This is our original pack, and look at that. The Caryatid is still here. So I think no one's playing green, interestingly enough. But it's not going to be us, so someone may change. We'll take her. Pretty happy to have her. I think she's one of the better 2-drops. Now, the next one was the Dragon Lord, I think. So, or maybe the one after was the Dragon Lord. Yes, pick 2 is Collective Defiance. There's not much else in this pack, if I remember. And I think the one after is the Dragon Lord. We'll see if we're rewarded there. Okay, Sweltering Suns. This can actually be pretty playable against a green elf deck. And the last time I had mono red, I had this in Pyroclasm, and they were surprisingly effective. Okay, Dragon Lord came back. That's fantastic. There's also that Primal Command. So really, nobody is playing green. But I'm pretty happy. Wheeling the Dragon Lord's a great sign. I think the next card there was like a Berserker. So if I can get that, that's great. And if I do, then I think I've gotten pretty much every interesting red card. And there's also the pack that has the that had the Burst Lightning and like one other burn spell. The Convoke, right? Convoke the Flames. So, and if I get those, then it really means that it's just up to me to be uncontested in red, which is pretty strong usually. Okay, there's the Earthquake I was talking about. Yeah, I did find it actually useful as a finisher. If the Earthquake kills them, it doesn't matter that it killed all your creatures too. Great, and he came back and so did the Choker. I like this guy, but I think the Choker is a really special effect. And look at that, the Thunderbreak. So yeah, I got 2 of the 3 swords in the cube, and every red card was passed to me. So this is really an ideal position to sit in a draft like this. Well, Koth of the Hammer, I think, is the best planeswalker you can get. I'm a huge fan of Mimic Vat. I think it's very good. It's very much like Recurring Nightmare. But this is not the deck for it. I think it's better in like decks that have sort of more regular mana available, and they're fantastic with Titans. Maybe on the wheel, I like Devil's Play because of the, you can like play it early as like a bolt on something and then still have it come back. And Bribery, of course, I think Bribery and Craterhoof are the two strongest cards here. Bribery can be just an absolute game winner, and Craterhoof, I think it's no surprise people now that the best green finisher. And I actually really like Una too, so this is a really, really strong pack. But for us, it's pretty clearly Koth. And yeah, look at that Spectral Possession. This is really the kind of pack where it's your pick of what to play, right? Like green, blue, red, black, and white. Some of the like most powerful cards in each of those colors. I really can't go wrong. That is a fantastic pack to open. Look at that, an Ugin. And it's an Ugin in a pack where there's not much else. Maybe this Thriving Grubs that will certainly wheel. It's probably actually Dismember as the pick for us. Tax. And it can like become a 3/2. So it's sort of like a Gorehouse Chainwalker. I think it's Dismember. We're not playing Ugin. Let's be realistic. We'll play this at 1. Okay, Flame Javelin. That's what I was talking about. The spell that's like better than Collective Defiance, I think. Well, I guess the Escalate. I think though. I like Sarkhan a lot. But he is 5 mana. This is much more regular. I think there's a good chance both would wheel, though. Someone did take the Fiery Confluence. Gotta remember that. So they might take Flame Javelin. No, I'll take Sarkhan. I think the art on this is pretty terrible, but it's a good card. Art on Koth is great. I like this too. All right, here, kind of a brick for us. Audric, maybe. Yeah, I guess we'll just take the Banefire in the sideboard, but not great. You sided in against a control deck, I suppose. It's like hold on to it. Yeah, I guess, if you can like hold this to like turn 15 or something and cast it for 9. Good curve so far. We're pretty good at the top end, I think. Now I just really like the rest to be 1s and 2s. I take a Hell Rider. But yeah, just really looking for 1-drops and removal, I think now. Grim Lavamancer is perfect. It's exactly the kind of card I want here. This, no. Heart of Kiran, no. I'll just take this Lavamancer. Be happy about that. Really want to prioritize the 1-drop creatures. Part of the reason 1-drops are so good is that you know, they pair with any other one card. Oh, look, Hellrider. Wow. I'll be very happy if I can wheel that Blaze, but Hellrider is just the perfect card. It's likely to wheel, I think, but it's too good to pass up. Interestingly, I realized the last time I had mono red, if the opposing player doesn't have a creature, this actually can't resolve. And I spent a lot of time like wondering why I couldn't click and cast it. So that's a limitation. That's something to be aware of. Okay, here, total brick. I guess this is the only one we might play. I suppose possibly against a control deck. Okay, 2 cards. There's Prophetic's Flame Speaker that if you play it on after turn 3, it can get you a land or something. 2 for 1. And then her is comparable, a 2/2, but 3 total power. I guess she doesn't seem great to me, but I guess, you know, the fact that you have the, like, Thopter is nice. You know, works better with, like, say, Hellrider. Alright, I'll take that. Okay, there's the Devil's Play. I can't believe Mimit wheeled and Una. I really value both of those cards, but I'll take the Devil's Play. Okay, this did wheel, as I thought. This is the one that had the... Was it Jinx Choker? Or Dismember? I think this had Dismember. Yeah. Yeah, this is perfectly fine. A 3/2. And Javelin came back as we hoped. Surprised Thalia's there. She's really good. Chivalry. Do I take Chivalry for some other potential blue, which is not happening? Sure. I guess it's better to get the fixing first, and then you can decide what makes sense. Good. Searing Blaze came back. Alright, so definitely confirmed in 2 packs. We're pretty much the only red drafter. I think the only card that we wanted that was taken was the Convoke the Flames. We almost have a full deck here after 2 packs, actually. We could play the Earthquake and Banefire. We could play like 2 swords, you know. This would be a adequate deck. So really just looking for upgrades now. I think 1-drops. Great. I was just going to say a card like Stormcrook Noble is about like what I could just hope for the most. There's also this Chandra. Let's see, what does she do? Target player makes damage to a creature. No, I think the Noble, and we're pretty good on the top end here, to be honest. Noble is perfect. And if like a Jackal Pup or something, Fire Drinker Satyr. I don't know if there's any more 1-drops. Oh yeah, the Kithkin guy that grows. The red-white one. Figure of Destiny, I think. Okay, so there's an Alicia who smiles at death. There's really, and there's Arc Trail and Ram Gang. I think Ram Gang is not the most amazing thing. I like Arc Trail because it has the potential of like blowing out like the elf type player, so we'll take that. There's a Bitter Blossom. Look at that. Wow, what a dream pack for us. Lightning Bolt and Bonfire. It's a great card to throw in your deck. Even at X equals, you know, just like X equals 1 non-miracled, it's okay. So hopefully we can wheel that, but I'm going to take Lightning Bolt. You just cannot beat Lightning Bolt for the pure just efficiency and versatility. It's a great, great card. I'd play like 10 of those if I could, and 10 creatures. Okay, I don't. That's a late tidings. What does this do? 2 damage to each non-artifact creature. No, I think we'll take the Hazoret. That's another nice finisher, and we're good here. In fact, we're gonna have to make a cut. I like what we've got. I guess cuts at this point, I'd cut higher end cards and put in lower ones. Alright, Dead and Gone is fine. I don't like that Dead is just creature. I wish it was creature player. I've had it dead in hand. No pun intended a few times. There's also Stagger Shock that's pretty good too. 4 damage for 3. So this is all your, and this is a 1-drop. All your dudes have Wither. Maybe this is what I want. He's certainly going to wheel, though. I'm pretty sure he's going to wheel. So I'm going to take either the Stagger Shot or the Dead Gone. I think I'll take the Dead Gone. No, I'll take the, this goes to the face. I'll take the Stagger Shock. Okay. That's better than Dead Gone, I think. 4 damage to a creature. Irish Shaman is card advantage. And this is a lot like the Prophetic Flamespeaker, but I like Flame Slash, excuse me, 1-drop again. This I don't like. Oh no, this is creature. Yeah, this is also target creature, so I don't love it, but you know, it's not, if it's limited to target creature, Flame Slash is 1 mana less and 1 damage more. Way better than Lash Out. The random clash is not worth it, but I'll take it here. Okay, Firecraft or Flamecaller. Flamecaller, she's great, but generally a little too more expensive than what I'm looking for. This, so it's like Flame Javelin actually, but better, right? Yeah, it's a total upgrade. Okay, so we'll play that. Maybe I cut Sarkon here. It's tough. We've got such good choices. Maybe Searing Blaze. Probably is the weakest thing here. Alright, Red Cap or Chandra Nalar. I think the Red Cap. We can side it in for more grindy matchups. Okay, here's Alicia who smiles at death. I don't see us having the white, so we'll take the Ram Gang. I think Siege is a bit slow for us. I'll take Chandra. And well, it's I guess when you're the only person taking the red cards, you really have your pick of what to play. I might have to do the thing where I just start again from scratch at deck building. I find it helps get rid of a lot of my assumptions about pick order and stuff like that. Is you just like maybe this is not exactly what we want. Take Foothills. Great, and this guy came back. That's actually, and he has prowess. Okay. I guess he has. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he's better than the Abbot of Carol Keep. I guess he can be a little bit bigger with a Megamorph. Whereas the Abbot, you don't really want to play on turn 2 anyway. Yeah, I don't know. Menace versus Prowess. Okay, well, we have... so my first instinct is to put all everything back and just start with the 1-drops. Because 1-drops are the lifeblood of the red deck. Dismember and Flame Slash are very, very similar. So let's put these all here. Sort by mana cost. Okay. So with this start, we've got 3 removal, 4 creatures. I love this start. Okay, and let's work our way up the mana chain, so to speak. This is great. This is average-ish. I think Ire Shaman is better than that, right? So let's take carries out. Lash Out is questionable as well. This is slight. Let's leave the grubs there. Dragon Lord's great. Searing Blaze is okay. So these are all, I would say, more on the size of filler cards. So I might use them anyway, but I just kind of want to start with the highest quality cards in my opinion. Okay, Rabble. Oh, and Dismember is also one that I would put. At 3, Rabble Master is really good. I think, was it Firecraft is strictly better than Flame Javelin, right? I think Choker is a game winner. The swords I'd prefer to, since I have such quality stuff, I'd rather just wait and see if I want to side them in against the right deck. And put Pianalar. I think 4 for 3 mana is a good deal, especially if it can be at the player. So that would be yes for Stagger Shock and Firecraft and Defiance. Okay, so I'm really packing the low end here. So only maybe 4 cards left. So Hellrider and Koth are just must plays no matter what. I could have started with those 2 as well. So then I think 2 more of these cards. I'd also put Devil's Play in contention because of the ability to cast twice. I think our Creatures 10. Maybe Creatures 10 is a little low for the flagship, so we want cards that are better on their own. So Hazard I like is, even if you don't attack with it, just the ability to turn all your cards into 2 damage, I think, are it's nice, you know, and it's indestructible, so it can really finish. Let's take Hazoret. And then I think we have 1 more slot. So there's these, back to these 2-drop cards, maybe like Thriving Grubs. Or something like Thunderbreak. I kind of want to play the Grubs. Just to have that. Yeah, I'm thinking the when I played in Constructed a while back, I had a red deck that I really liked, and it was very consistent, and it was a third 1-drops, third 2-drops, and third 3-drops, and it worked. It was very well, you know, that balance. And I feel this is pretty close to that, right? We have 4 and 4 at 1, Well, 4 and 1, that's a bit unbalanced at 2. But it's not too far from that. I guess if I wanted to make that ratio happen, I'd put like Lash Out and Searing Blaze here. Then that's very close, converted mana cost wise. And then there's not that many other creatures at 3, you know, but then I guess maybe I'd remove like Defiance and Javelin maybe. And that's, rather than card quality wise, just mana cost wise, I think that's the most consistent. So that's an argument to play Searing Blaze and Lash Out. Not a bad argument, honestly. Not a bad argument. This feels very consistent. I like that. You know what? Let's do it. Yeah, I'm pretty swayed by this, like 1/3, 1/3, 1/3, and then I guess 3 4-drops. Just feels like this is going to come blazing out the gates. Okay. Let's do it. Not play black. And we definitely have the ability to go up. So if we play like another red deck, for example, or a white weenie deck, this is where I might go up. But for more control decks and slower decks, you want to be as fat, go down. And by down, I mean mana cost and speed as much as possible, I think. So let's combine groups. All right, I'm feeling good about this. Yeah, this would be the kind of card that's better in like against another fast deck, because it gives you the, you know, like Chandra too, things that give you more like card advantage. And you know, against control we can put in the uncounterable Banefire, I think, and that kind of thing. All right, I'm looking forward to this. I really enjoy mono red. I like playing it, and I really like watching people draft it too. It can certainly sputter out, but I find somehow less than mono white. Okay, we don't have a 1-drop creature, but we have Grubs into Rabble Master into Hellrider, which is it could only be more perfect if we had like a Noble or something. So this will be fine. So we will keep. And I'd say the opponent's mulligan to 6 sort of compensates for the lack of a 1-drop for us. In other words, would I generally say no 1-drop is worth a mulligan to 6 for the opponent? I might, you know. Maybe not. 1-drops really matter. Okay. Now if he plays some sort of 2-drop, that's our best chance to use Lightning Bolt and be mana effective. But it looks like he's not going to. So we'll be casting first. Okay, more removal. So let's attack first, and then we'll play the Rabble Master. So I think this is during the, attacker's step? So how do I use this? Hopefully it'll prompt me. Okay, so I yield to it. Yes. Okay. Okay, so it's done 3 damage, so that's its job. Now we'll play this guy. which if he can counter would be a good idea. Okay, I like seeing that. Now he could have a sweeper next turn, and that would probably be his best move, because if he sweeps after Hellrider, it's a huge amount of damage that's taking. Like the Hellrider's attack would be, I think it would be 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It'd be like 8. Which would put him in like death range from these. Sweeper would really set me back. The Hellrider attack would be pretty weak. If he removes one of them, well, it's not great, but you know, it's kind of what I would expect. Druid, okay, ramp. So now we have the choice of playing Hellrider or getting rid of the Druid. You can assume that next turn he'll have at least 6 mana, possibly 7. So he could play something pretty bad. So I think what we want to do is actually Searing Blaze the Druid. We get 3 to him. We get to use Landfall, and then we can play Lavamancer. Okay, so let's attack. Am I overextending? Possibly. But you gotta go all in when you're red. Okay. No? Yeah, it worked. Alright, so what did we saw? We saw blue-green, right? When did Lena Wells get discarded? Anyway. Tidings, maybe? Oh, he probably had to discard. Okay. Alright, so against elves and stuff, I don't think we want the Defiance. So Pyromaster type cards are very good. I like Devil's Play here because it can hit like at 2 an elf. There's also sort of the argument to be made for Earthquake for that kind of thing. What about Feast and Famine, though? We saw green, right? Like Stagger Shock. Maybe over the, what? Choker? Maybe Choker's not so great if he can make all that mana. Okay, so Sword and then Devil's Play over maybe Lash Out. Yeah. Because Devil's Play can do it for like 2 and then later for 4 and it's still like something. Okay. All right, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's a great curve. We'll keep. Hopefully draw maybe 1 land, but it's okay if we don't. Yeah, the only thing is there is no removal in this hand, so that's all right. But we have the Searing Blaze, so. We can blow up his Mystic or whatever other thing he plays. The thing I'd least like to see would be like a Courser. Turn 3 Coursers are pretty brutal. Alright, here comes something. And Nissa. Alright. Interesting. Do we blow up the Nissa or the elf? I think the elf is what we blow up. And then we can attack with a Soulscar Mage. Attack. Unfortunately, I won't have prowess to trigger here. We can play face down Ire Shaman. That seems a bit slow. I think what I want to do is play. I think his Rabble Master is not that great. It's the best use of mana, but it kind of runs into Nissa. Although, if I can start clearing things. It also just, but if the other thing I can do is play Dragon Lord level up once, and then he's a flying 4/4 after that. Yeah, I kind of like that. I'm gonna play Dragon Lord. It can be really hard for green to deal with flyers, and there's a good chance he plays like some sort of Planeswalker. That would be really problematic, and I like the option of flying one. Okay, we're not going to attack with the well, although non-combat it's non-combat damage. Okay, so I was going to say she can attack and give her a wither token, but it's not like that. Maybe I should have taken this guy out. Yeah, I think I should have done that. I'll do that for game 3 if I lose. If we draw a mountain for Koth, that's really good. It's hard to lose if you ultimate him. And he ultimates so quickly. Wonder if I should have blown up the Nissa, but just like a vanilla 2/2 just doesn't seem that great. Although she will eventually be a problem. I'm hoping I draw a little more burn. Alright. Here's like where I would just love Earthquake, honestly. Okay, we did get our 4th mountain, so we can play... I think we just play Koth, though. And we play Koth and attack. And then we can actually attack with everyone. Because I think I'm willing to trade him for a random Nissa. Given that I'll have Koth, yeah. I guess trading this for Nissa is good because she's going to be a problem soon. Let's pick a middle mountain. And attack. Okay, so she takes the trade. Maybe I shouldn't have attacked, but then I get hit. The problem is if I don't attack with him, I get hit back. And I don't want them to hit my Koth back. Okay. So I could I could actually have 10 mana here, which is pretty huge, right? 10 mana, that's enough to morph, megamorph at 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and still have a mana to play whatever's exiled. That's pretty strong. On the other hand, if I just play like Rabble Master and Kiri Zev, that's really good. I can attack, and then Koth is like threatening ultimate next turn. I think I have to play that. So let's do Rebel Master first. Okay, SS and Scatter. So let's try Carry Zev. Okay, let's make a mountain. And I guess attacking with this just leaves me open, because he'll just block it with the Druid, right? So we can just attack with this. And now we put the question to him, can he deal with his board and an ultimate? So there's black cards that could deal with the Planeswalker, like Hero's Downfall type cards. And if he does, then we've got our Ire Shaman. I think we play down his Morph, Megamorph next turn. And then, you know, see what we draw off of that. Still, he'll have to either take 4 or spend some sort of resource to block it or deal with it. Okay. So we're within burn territory here. What does this do? It makes a 2/2 night token with vigilance. Okay. All right, we won the match. It did. It was fast, just like we wanted. Yeah, in retrospect, I think probably would have liked to also find room for Earthquake. Maybe a card like Pia Nallard just isn't quite as good. Although I suppose her sack artifact ability could be relevant. Yeah, she just doesn't seem bad, just not as exciting. But maybe I've misjudged these cards. All right, match 2. Just gonna see if there's any changes I want to make. Went pretty well. There's certainly this temptation to play like the Sarkhan and the Thunderbreak, but you know, I like our curve is really nice. Yeah, I think let's just run it back and see how we do. Kind of want to play the Collective Defiance. It seems so nice to do 7 total for 4 mana, but maybe over like the Pia Nallard. But you know, you kind of want your number of creatures as well. All right, we'll play this. Okay, so we got a nice little curve going here, and in our trail to clear the way, we'll keep this. Play Mr. Mancer of Lava. Turn 2, we'll play Carry. Think that's a little better than the Grubs. They're both 3 damage, but so maybe that was a reason to play the Grubs, I don't know. Alright, we didn't get a 3rd land, so let's just play our Grubs. And we can attack. Maybe I should have played the grubs first since I want them to die. But actually this guy's better attacking Baral because Baral could just block the monkey forever. 2 damage, right? So I guess what we're doing is we're attacking with both, and then if he blocks the Lavamancer, we trail this and 1 on him. Okay. Trail. 2 damage to this and then 1 to him. And snag. Nice. Okay. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Yep. That's a nice little 2 for 1 for my opponent. Well played, sir. Well played. Okay. Well, not doing great on the mana, but we'll just play this. And attack. Yeah, we probably lost this. A little stuck on mana a little too long, I think. He's actually human, so interestingly enough, can't block the noble. Yeah, I think we're just dead here, unless we get really lucky. Okay, finally. All right, why don't we attack first and then see what comes of it. Play maybe Pianalar. I don't know. Getting countered. Not countered. Okay. Click. Probably taking my Stagger Shock, I would guess. Yep. And here's the grubs. Do I block this thing? Yeah, seems good, right? Okay, there's 4. So I feel like I should just attack and then Rabble Master. Why would he not block the noble? Oh, that's why. Okay. Play Mr. Rebel. Next turn, I guess we can morph the... if we draw a land, we can morph the Ire Shaman and play the grubs. Surprised we haven't just run into some Planeswalker or something. Okay, draw 7 cards. Okay, Sure. Alright, well the choker might help us here. He could have a... So I think I want my Koth the most, so why don't we attack first? Maybe I should just try to lash out his Brawl here, and then land Choker if I can. Yeah. Yeah, Firecraft, that's great. Actually, I'll put that on top. Did we win the clash? What did he show? He revealed dissolve. Okay, so he's got a counter. And now we could play Choker. We could play either 2 creatures or Choker. I think the Choker is the way to go here. There shouldn't be too many ways for him to like actually deal with that once it's on board. Spell Pierce. Nice. Okay. Well done, sir. Well done. So we know he has Dissolve. Gearhulk. Nice. Okay. Well, let's see what he blocks. Ultimate price. Okay. Okay, so 5 damage to him, so Firecraft doesn't really make sense here. Yeah? Okay. 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 Alright, so he's tapped out. What's the best thing we can do? So we could play Koth minus and play everything else. Kind of want a Koth plus, and then we can play the Soulscar Mage and the Noble. Okay. I guess he can make... This thing's unblockable, right? Yeah. Oh well. So maybe he can just hit it down anyway. But he has to watch about like Firecraft and hitting it back. Just have to remember he has Dissolve. Okay, here's Downfall. That's pretty good. Now remember, I can Firecraft this thing to bring it down permanently. 2 or more instant resources. This is uncounterable. Not uncounterable yet. Well, let's see if we can play the Dragon Lord. Counters that, okay. All right. So 4. So I think now we're in the like burn accumulation phase, and he could block with this. So he can block with everything. Okay, no reason to attack then. Cycled Sensor and Batterskull. Okay, that's a huge problem for us. So how did he... Wait, what... Oh, from Shelldock Isle, end of turn. Yeah, that's pretty bad for us. Probably ready to concede pretty soon, I think. Lots of counters. Spell Pierce, some Scatter. Okay. Trying to think how we want to side for this. One of the swords might be relevant. Black, blue. Okay. Black, black. Both of these are pro-black. Don't really work against Gear Hulks, but so maybe I guess I'm not sure. Let's see. Well, Dismember first of all doesn't seem that great against him, so let's take that out. Choker I think is very good. Maybe Dagger Shock's not that great. Do I want to play Sky Sovereign? No. It's very, with all that removal and counter, it's very likely I don't have anything to crew it. I can see a reason for a Sarkon. Although, you know, if he's got the, like, unblockable land, it doesn't work so well against him. So, yeah, maybe not. Do I want to play, like, a Collective Defiance, maybe, over something like Arc Trail? Yeah, maybe. He didn't seem to have too many, like, small guys. Maybe I want to put in a Regent for... Maybe Soul Scar Mage is kind of on the weak side. It's also actually Banefire is great here, right? Yeah, let's plug in Banefire. Maybe over like the Ire Shaman. Maybe I only want one sword. Yeah, let's just put one sword. Okay, Guide, Dragon Lord. This is keep. Second, I gotta get a baby here. Yeah. No, I think it's all right. Okay. So let's play our guide. And you got a swamp, but hopefully he'll have to discard it. Good. All right. We'll play Mr. Lord of Dragons. What did we reveal here? Oh, great. He did get a land. Okay. So let's level, and level, and attack. And another land. Okay, well. So hopefully he taps out here and then we ride him to hell. If he doesn't tap out, it might be time to just like make a big Dragon Lord. Okay, he taps out. Yeah, what did he play there? That's bad for us. Played Black Sun Zenith. Okay, that's good. We play Hellrider here. Be really nice if we can stick Hazaret, I think. Jeez Louise, Ruinous Path. I feel like there's such a good chance he has Spell Pierce here. Or Rune Snag. Just play that to at least avoid those two. I'm delaying by a turn, but that's two cards he could have that would stop me. Batterskull, great. I think we're dead. Skull is just a big problem for us that we don't have a great answer to. Batterskull wins games. Profane, what? Okay. Didn't he like play? I guess he reshuffled it. How did he get back in his library? -4, -4. Man, this guy's got all the answers. All right. Yeah, we are getting pretty wrecked hard. man. Choker will probably actually kill us, but... Oh, and this is actually terrible because it just gives him more life. Yep. Well, we got pretty wrecked. Pretty wrecked. I feel like when I'm playing in this matchup to black-blue, I'm getting owned, but, you know. Alright. I think we can concede here. I don't see an out for us. Either Sphere Harvester, huh? Lifelink, yeah. Alright. I think we can GG it here. Alright, we got fairly owned decisively there. I don't think I necessarily want to change the deck, though. I like the way it is. Let's do a snip. I don't think we have done that yet. Yeah, we just got owned. Hold on, there's something I got to check out here. All right, so yeah, I think I still like this. Let's see if we can do better than last game. And that guy really had our number. It was I mean, we got the hands we wanted, you know. But yeah, he just had the right counters, and batter skulls just devastating. I like these fours: Hellrider, Koth, and Hazaret. I think those are all better than Chandra and Thunderbreak or Redcap. All right, we'll play first. This is pretty bad. I think I got to mulligan this. This is also bad, but we get a scry for potential arc trail. Ugh. I don't know if going to 5 is going to be better. I'm going to... Let's see what the opponent does. He also mulliganed to 6. The problem is that we have 2 of our 4 drops in this hand, which is pretty unfortunate. I'm going to keep. I'm going to be greedy. This may be the wrong choice. Okay, we'll bottom this, and now we really have to hope we draw a land. Maybe I should have mulliganed. Okay, we did get our land. So now if he plays dudes, we can hopefully blow it out with Arc Trail. Okay. So I guess a little more than half of our deck. Okay, we did get a land, so that's really nice. Let's go ahead and play Pia here. And now we should be good. There's the only card we couldn't cast would be Koth, but everything else is either a land or something we can cast. So I think we just Jace here. He could have a Mana Tithe, but let's play our Koth. Okay. So we saw blue. Not really anything else. Kind of like our base config here. maybe Soul Scar Mage isn't that good. Maybe we put in against blue, maybe a Banefire instead for the uncounterability. Okay, do that. Alright, so a little on the slow end, but we can just play the Irish Shaman as a 2-1 with Menace. And we can unload our hand pretty quickly and have the Hazoret, and I think that's pretty good, so we'll keep. Okay, Colonnade. Alright, we got some grubs to have something on turn 2 a little better than the Irish Shaman. Knight's Whisper, okay. Goblin Guide. Well, I think we'll just play the grubs. Vendetta, okay. So I kind of want to play Guide and Shaman. Still be a bit away from cast. Then if we draw a land, we can play like Stagger Shock and Lavamancer. We're pretty close to Hazoret. The other thing I can do is slow down the Hazoret a little bit and just play like Lavamancer and Goblin Guide. But I don't think it's right to go for the card advantage here. I think we want to go for speed, so let's play Goblin Guide. Let's play Irish Shaman. Okay, Staff of Nim. That's a little on the slow side against a mono red deck, I think. I would have decided that out. Prisoned in the Moon on my guide. Okay, that's fine. It did its job. Now 5, that makes it even more possible to play Hazoret here. In fact, I could play Stagger Shock, Bolt, and Lavamancer. Right? That's exactly 5 mana. And then I can untap and cast Hazoret. That's gotta be good, right? Although there's something to be said for just having Hazoret down right now before he has... Yeah, because then he can't even have the Spell Pierce. Yeah, let's do Hazoret and play the Lavamancer. And then we can unload Stagger Shot and attack next turn with him. Oh, ring. Okay, fair enough. So we can do, okay, so we have a pretty good amount of burn here. So 4, 7, and then I think we could do 5. So that should kill him. So let's attack. And then, yeah, I guess we'll tap out at the end of his turn and cast these things. Massacre Worm. Well, that hurts. But I think we can still just kill him, right? This will be 7, yeah. So that's fine. Make sure we stop on our upkeep. Okay. And yeah, let's just. Don't think that there's days in this, so I think I can just Bane fire him. All right. Well, it was a fairly quick match. Yeah, I think this deck definitely had the potential to go 3-1, but, you know, we ran into a very well-played Nemesis opponent. But I like the way the draft went. You know, when you're the only red player at the table, you get a pretty good deck, and I think you're probably going either 2-1 or 3-0, bar some, like, real bad luck. Well, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.